Hello and welcome to the Collapse Experiment. Haters gonna hate. It's what they do. So, a couple days ago, I was watching a channel that I usually follow, and well, I don't think the guy was having a very good day. So, I've had my ups and downs lately, but got things back on track. And so in the comments section, and the only reason I posted in there is because the guy in question was talking very negatively about the whole self-improvement thing. So if you've been following me, especially this year, you know that I've set myself a long list of goals, and most of them, even though we are only in May, we are not even halfway through the year yet, I've accomplished most of them. And actually, just the other day, I set my goal for 30 books for this year, which I know was actually kind of low, but considering my bad habit, or what used to be my bad habit of not reading regularly, I figured it was high enough that it was achievable. And hot damn, I think it was just after the beginning of May, I finished book number 30. So I'm definitely clicking off things on the list. I know I heard a snake. Yeah, we have snakes out here. So, as a word of encouragement, I commented that, hey, I'm 45, currently learning Japanese. Like, anything that you do to improve yourself is better for you. And of course, the long list of naysayers in the comments section. Good God. So there were a bunch of people who jumped in, decided that they were going to give their 2 cents about how basically in a couple years I would learn how to complain about my life in a different language. And it didn't really matter. And one person said, yeah, I'm not getting these quotes exactly, but another one commented that, oh, yay, you might be able to bang some hot Asian 304, blah, blah, blah. In which case I responded with, haha, joke's on you, I'm married. And then that opened a whole new long list of complaints. Who are you to talk to us about bettering ourselves, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, there's one person in particular who kept coming back and saying, I did the whole self-improvement thing, it didn't pay off, blah, 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 my life still sucks. And I think they have the wrong idea as to why you want to work on yourself in a positive way. It's not about other people. It's not about that dream job, right? It's about you. How do you want to look when you stare at yourself in the mirror? Do you want to be able to sit down and, I don't know, watch a movie in Italian and not have to read the damn subtitles? Whatever it is you want to do, perhaps you should do that. And there used to be this idea, and this goes back to the whole guys who are involuntarily celibate, as they like to say. Perhaps you should try to make yourself the most interesting man in the room that other people want to talk to. Instead of the guy who mopes in the background, probably at home because you're not out and about, sulking, and let's face it, probably stroking yourself while watching the hub. Are the things that you're doing in your life currently putting you in a better situation for later? Because if you're just playing video games, bitching, and working some shit job that you don't enjoy, do you think that repeatedly doing the same thing over and over again, and yeah, you can take that however you want. After all, we've already touched that subject. Is that going to make your life better? There's a ton of people who love to bitch and moan and not do anything. Apparently, it's everybody else's responsibility to, oh, I don't know, get them that better job, find themselves somebody that they want to be with. But no, I say one thing. Yeah, here's one thing on my list that I'm doing to, I don't know, make myself be in a better situation in 3 to 4 years. And man, did the gates of hell open up in that little chat. Which is funny, because if you want to close that gate, all you got to do is just not go to the comment section. Or tell YouTube, yeah, I don't want to get notifications on idiots commenting on this. And there were some people who are like, hey, good for you, keep it up, that's awesome. I'm also learning X, Y, and Z. And I think those are the people that I would rather be hearing from. So far this year, well, as of right now, I have 2 new books that are out, available on Amazon. There's Deadstream Swamp, and there's The Mouse Family of Tustin Hills, which is a kid's book. And it looks like I might very possibly, definitely will, have a 3rd book coming out probably sometime in June. So yeah, I am on a roll. I can't remember the last time I've been this productive. And it all started with just, I can't keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again. And if my circumstance isn't going to change, maybe I do. So yeah, I've started tinkering with nootropics, which, yes, that is probably going to end up being a book as well. Because I'm planning on trying at least 10 to 12 different nootropics to see what their effects are, whether or not they work, what are the best ones. But I am not a rich man. So a lot of these that you see on YouTube, or these people are like, yeah, 60 pills are like 120 bucks. Yeah, I'm not trying that one. Because a lot of times these companies, they'll put out a product, something like that, guaranteed to keep your focus for 48 hours. I gotta tell you, that's not a nootropic, that's probably meth. No, when they jack up the price like that, Alpha Brain's a good example. I had 0 results with Alpha Brain. Horribly disappointed. Joe Rogan, you better get on that shit and change up the formula, because your stuff is not working. Alpha Brain, horribly priced. It's like 3 times as much as most of the options that you have available on Amazon. I also want to take the actual ingredients like L-theanine and alpha GPC, try those on their own, tinker around with. I've seen where some people will take the actual ingredients separately, mix them themselves, and then see what kind of results they have. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, I have this year, compared to the people that were in that comment section, I've accomplished quite a bit of stuff this year in particular. Started working out every day, getting shit done around the house, getting back in shape, reading more, learning more, basically utilizing my time better than these morons that are just, I don't know, playing video games. Which is what I know a lot of people do. It's an escape mechanism. I understand that. People get attached to these games. But when you look back on your life later, are you going to say, you know, I just wish I would have played like another 300 hours of game X, Y, and Z. That would have made my life better. I wish I would have done that. And I'm probably going to get some people in the comment section that are going to be like, yeah, well, I wish I would have had 300 more hours of World of Warcraft. That game was awesome. So no, I had to actually rewrite my list of things to do this year because of all the things that I already had done. That kind of surprised the hell out of me, because usually what happens is New Year's comes, I get on the bandwagon of like New Year's resolutions like so many other people do. And I think after the first couple times of trying to do New Year's resolutions, a lot of people just say to hell with it, and they just drop the idea altogether. Which there have been years where I was just like, why the hell would I do that again? If I'm not already doing it, why? What makes me think I would do it next year? I don't know, there was something that clicked in my head. I don't know what the hell exactly it was. Could be maybe I don't like 50% of the jobs that I have. Nothing was getting done around the house. Why do I weigh 20 pounds more than I should? I have little kids and yet I can't keep up with them. Had a whole long list of things I just did not like about my current situation. So yeah, I don't know how I was able to get it to work, but I did. I think I already had some advantages going for me. I already have a job where I wake up early in the morning. So when I'm up. I am ready to go. Let's do this. Let's get it done. So on the weekends, it's not uncommon for me to wake up sometimes before the kids and just start doing things around the house because, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe the dishes should already be done. So I have some of these advantages. I already own my own weights, my own workout equipment. I have a decent library of workout DVDs. Yes, DVDs. And then because of high school and I'm going to say college, I already had a very good understanding of diet and nutrition from when I used to lift weights back then and regularly work out. And it wasn't until like my early 30s. Early 30s was my peak back in the day. That was when I bulked up the biggest that I had ever been. I was like 210. I'm 5'9". I got to about 210, low body fat. And then my clothes stopped fitting. And then because of the shit job that I had and the bills that I had and the debt that I had, it was like, I can't afford to keep this up. It costs money to bulk up like that. Yeah, I was getting like protein shakes and stuff of that nature, cans of tuna. Like basically the cheapest protein you can think of is what I was taking. But I already had accumulated all this knowledge as to like, well, I need to do this if I'm going to lose weight. I need to have this if I'm going to gain muscle mass. And man, did some of the things change over the years, over the last 15, 20 years when it came to diet, nutrition. Nootropics is a whole new thing for me. Now, I'm talking about all this self-improvement stuff. I'm doing all of this stuff. For some reason, there's a lot of people out there that are just discouraged, pissed off, saying it doesn't matter if I do this or that, which is just self-defeating to begin with. If you feel like nothing is going to get better anyways, I think most men are just clinically depressed. I'm sure I'm going to hear somebody say, oh, that's a term that women created to make men feel bad about them feeling bad. Nope, men get depressed too. They just don't usually talk about it. But I think that's how most men are these days. So you can either sit on your couch and whine like a little bitch about your current life situation and say there's no point in doing anything to try to make it better. The only time I really feel like I accomplish anything is when I beat the new level of Mario. Or you can figure out who you want to be instead of being that whiny little bitch on the couch. Get a plan put together, set things in motion. I don't know, look back as I think I got a tick. Look back as maybe who you wanted to be in high school, right? Who was that guy? Where did he think he was going? Where did you go wrong? Did your plans to college fall through? Well, guess what? You really don't need college to do a lot of the things that people wanted to do after they got out of high school. Did you stop working out? Because guess what? Yes, gyms are expensive, but you don't need a fucking gym. You haul your ass outside, maybe do a lap or two around the block. You don't need any equipment to do push-ups. Do some damn push-ups. The point is, the only thing that's really holding you back right now is you. So yeah, to all the guys who are making those negative comments on that video, it wasn't even my video, it was just my comment in the comment section. To all the guys who were whining and complaining, telling me that I was an asshole for telling people maybe you should try improving your situation and your life and yourself. You're not doing yourselves any favor, and perhaps the reason why women are unattracted to you is because women don't like whiny little bitches. Nobody likes me, nobody's attracted to me. It's self-defeating. You are the least interesting person in the room. And if you're not even in the room, you're not doing yourselves any favors. So yeah, I'm sure I'm going to also get, that's easy for you to say. No, it took work. It was a lot of work and dedication and focus and concentration in order to get to where I'm at right now, 5 months later after I started. I already hit one of my weight goals, which was under 200 pounds. So I've already lost more than 10 pounds while getting fit, while putting on muscle mass. So yeah, I've probably added several pounds of muscle mass to my frame while losing 10 pounds altogether. That's a hell of a lot of fucking fat in order to get rid of. So, I think that's about all I had to say. I've got more stuff coming up. Probably talk about some of the projects I have going on in the near future. But in the meantime, I noticed that a lot of my new videos, the ones that are like 7 habits of successful people, aren't exactly doing all that well. But man, did people really wanted to jump on that whole like male-centered publishing. Holy shit. And a lot of it wasn't even positive. A lot of it was like, man, you got a thing against women getting published. Maybe if they wrote books I was interested in, I would be excited, but they don't, okay? I can't think of one female writer that I've enjoyed reading. That includes Harper Lee. Wasn't really impressed by her. I've read more books by gay dudes that I was able to like actually enjoy, Chuck Palahniuk, than I have by women. So yeah, that's a whole nother video. In the meantime, keep on